Amables amigos, welcome back to another episode of the Club Lucha Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Foos, and here today we have our other two as well. First off, Flo.
Hi there.
And Super Liger.
Yo.
So this week we have a pretty good episode for you guys, and what better way to start it than a Lucha Flashback segment. Remember 2 weeks ago, we talked about Ultimo Guerrero and Jushin Thunder Liger. This week, we're going to be talking about another Ultimo Guerrero match, and none other than against Bobby Lashley. This match took place on April 29th, 2016. And it was not an official CMLL match. It was contested in Arena Mexico for Lucha Libre Elite. What can you tell me about your first impressions of this match, Soups?
Oh my god! The YouTube video that we were watching starts off immediately, and these two dudes are staring at each other on the ramp, and Lashley just starts beating his ass. And as soon as that happened, I knew the right man was going to win this match.
Well, what did you think when I first said, "Hey, let's watch this match and take some notes so we can talk about it on the pod"? What was your initial thinking there?
I thought on a rewatch, I was like, all right, I remember enjoying this match whenever I initially watched it. So let's rewatch and see how I remember it, or what are my reactions now a few years later. And I was impressed. I don't remember it being that good, but it was a very fun match.
Absolutely was. And this again took place April 29th, 2016. A few years removed from today, almost 8 years ago, actually, now that we're talking about it and thinking about it, which is kind of weird to think because in my head, 2016 is still 4 years ago. But
that's 4 years ago, yeah.
Jeez, yeah.
Not anymore. Not anymore. So, looking at this match, we're not going to go through the entire thing, but we are going to hit quite a few of the beats in this match because I did think this match was pretty beast as well. That's my impression of it. Watching through it, I've seen it before. Watching it again for this a little more closely, paying attention to a little more of what's going on. I guess in terms of the overall match, like you said, starts off they're on the mat or they're on the ramp. Ultimo Guerrero actually goes to attack Bobby Lashley on the ramp, and he just gets trounced. Crazy. He is just getting the dog water beat out of him. One of the notes that I have here is at one point, like he runs up the ramp and Bobby Lashley just beats him all the way back down the ramp, across the ring and to the middle rope opposite of where the ramp is. And we get, kind of like, I was mentioning this earlier, you know, when Sheamus does his like, what does he call that? Like the beats of the
10 beats of the something, yeah.
Yeah, that was like what Bobby Lashley was doing to Ultimo Guerrero, but on that middle rope, and he was pounding him. So I very much like that, and I did very much like and notice the commentators talking about Bobby Lashley's MMA background as well. Have you guys ever watched any of his MMA work?
No, God, no. What was that on? That was on like 2013 to like 15, like Bellator, right?
I think so.
I can't say I watched his work.
I think maybe I watched highlights of it, but I don't remember ever watching a Bobby Lashley like MMA fight live. He was big though. I mean, he was 15-2. Good Lord.
Yeah, I think he was fighting a lot of cans.
Yeah, I'm looking through the what do you call it? His record, his matchups for when he was doing MMA. I don't see a single name that jumps out to me. Oh, he beat Bob Sapp, but everybody beat Bob Sapp. So I think at that point,
yeah. What year was that Bob Sapp fight?
2009.
Okay, yeah, a little bit past Bob Sapp's prime, I think.
Yeah, a little past the James Thompson. He lost to James Thompson. James Thompson, I think that is a name I do recognize from back in the day. Oh, actually, no, it's not. This is a different guy. He ended up being 20-17. So no, I don't know this guy.
A record's a record.
Exactly. He could beat me up, so I can't really criticize him.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. All three of us probably.
He would beat the hell out of us. Probably wouldn't break a sweat. Anyway, in this match, Lashley, like we said, he dominates probably 85 to 90% of the match.
A lot of it. Yeah.
So yeah, around there.
Any spots, any moments that really stood out to you?
The military press that Bobby Lashley hits on Ultimo Guerrero, getting him up over his head. The crowd goes crazy for it. And honestly, very valid because it's no small task getting him up there. But Ultimo Guerrero doing the jump over the barricade clothesline.
Yeah,
I didn't know he had it in him still at this point. Golly.
That was sick.
Just for some context, Bobby Lashley hits that military press 3 minutes into the match.
Yeah, they were cooking immediately.
There's no false pretense of we're going to the mat and we're going to work some holds. They were not doing that. After that military press, I have here that he follows it up with a delayed vertical suplex and something else that every time Ultimo Guerrero would take some of these big moves, he would sell it for a bit and then he'd just start playing to the crowd, which was very beast.
That was awesome.
Like, he was definitely selling the idea that I'm getting my ass kicked, but you, the people, are going to get me through it.
Yeah. Start raising the roof. Ooh.
I also have here in my notes, this is probably the best I've ever seen Ultimo Guerrero's hair look. And then that diving clothesline over the barricade, 5.5 minutes in. So we were absolutely cooking. I mean, it was going back and forth. Mainly Bobby Lashley, but that diving clothesline over the barricade was nuts. So we see Lashley, he gets hit with a front suplex off the top turnbuckle. That's a near fall. That's after the diving clothesline over the barricade. He throws him in. And then Lashley hits, I wrote here that he hit a Dominator, but upon further inspection, his Dominator is different. It was just a running power slam. Ultimo Guerrero kicks out at 2, and this is kind of where you really notice the crowd is with Ultimo Guerrero for the most part. At any point, I guess we've already answered this question, but did it ever look like maybe Bobby Lashley was pulling this one out?
No.
I don't think so.
I took 2 notes at the beginning of this match. One says immediate thought, Ultimo Guerrero's winning. And then second was Ultimo is giving way too much to lose here. So never a doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
What did you think about the spear, bro?
Oh, I saw him hit that spear and I started laughing. I could only think of just the classic meme of the what's your finish? I'm kicking out of it.
8 minutes and 30 seconds. Bobby Lashley hits the spear. Ultimo Guerrero kicks out. Commentary starts going crazy. I did write this down. One of the guys, Shoka, was color commentary. I don't know who the other 2 guys were. Do you remember, Flo? Do you remember their names?
I don't remember their names, but I remember not enjoying their commentary very much.
I liked when one guy just started doing the ooh, like raising the roof, and then because immediately after that we got 2 of the corner, like the Sentón de la Muerte, where he goes straight up and he kind of does the little senton in the corner.
Yeah.
Lashley kicked out of both of them. Well, he got hit with 2 and then he kicked out. And then our finish, what did we get? What did we get to wrap this thing up, Flo?
Pulpo Nagonero, his classic llave that Ultimo Guerrero uses to, finish off his opponent sometimes. And for a little bit of Bobby Lashley might get out, but he's a foreigner and he's going up against Ultimo Guerrero. He's gonna tap
2016.
Yeah.
and in 2016, especially in 2016, Ultimo Guerrero's going over. There was no Bobby Lashley did not stand a chance.
Bro, Ultimo Guerrero had that times 10 buff. I don't think Bobby Lashley took off a single health bar, bro. Crazy.
He did the 0.5 damage hit. That's what it was.
He didn't even break through his super armor. Nasty work. But overall, you give a rating to this match. What are you giving it?
Oh, God.
That's
Let's do out of 5. Let's do out of 5.
Okay, Melcher scale. If Ultimo's listening, 5. If he's not, I don't know, like a 375. Like it was just a fun throwback match, and this kind of match will always get me.
I agree.
Yeah, 375. If Ultimo Guerrero or Bobby Lashley are listening, 5 stars. But if you're not, 3.75.
I definitely agree. 3.5 to 3.75. Fun, 11-ish minutes. The whole thing. You can watch it and take a 15-minute break from whatever you're doing. You want a little pick me up? Put this on. It's on YouTube. A lot of these Lucha Libre
matches.
Elite, Liga Elite, Azteca Lucha Azteca. A lot of those matches are still up on YouTube, so you can go back and watch them. And there's some good ones. There are some really good ones.
There's some good ones.
So, Lucha Libre Elite, Liga Elite, Lucha Azteca, whatever you want to call it. Lucha Azteca was the name of the TV show that the matches ran on, right?
Yeah.
If I'm correct in that. That show, I'm not going to lie, like we were just saying, had some very awesome matches. The whole premise of that Lucha Libre Elite was that we got CMLL guys and some independent guys as well, correct?
Yeah.
And we were running, this time, it was running in Arena Mexico. And they had, I think one of the best matches, if you're wanting to go back and watch something from that time, have you seen Mascara Dorada and Mascara Dorada 1.0, so Metalik now, and Rey Escorpion?
It's been a while since I watched it, but I remember it being really good.
It's really, really good. They throw money in the ring at the end.
Oh, that's beast.
Definitely really good. Like, if you want to go back and watch a match from that era, from that show, from that time period, watch that one because it was really, really good. And the whole premise of Liga Elite, it's like a tournament, right? It was like a round robin tournament.
I think so.
Didn't finish though, right?
I can't remember exactly when it ended, but I don't think it was finished. But yeah, it's.
I don't know what the long-term plan was there, at all. I'm gonna be honest. And then I was looking through the results of that whole thing, and it started off there were some names, bro. They had some names coming in and doing matches for that. I mean, obviously, a bunch of the big CMLL guys, Mascara Dorada, Volador Jr., Carístico, Ultimo Guerrero, and then you had foreign names coming in too, right? Bobby Lashley, Michael Elgin, who I guess at that time,
he
was a big name at that time for sure.
At that time, he was a big name, but
I'm not sure today, but
yeah.
But there was it was a good mix of guys. Cibernetico was there, and Park was there, Roosh was there.
It's a very big thing of that that time period, those certain years that it was running. It's a very big part. It's you just remember it vividly.
Yeah, I mean it was some good. It was you going back and watching. Negro Casas was in it, but I think they replaced him. They replaced Negro Casas. They replaced Bobby Lashley with Teddy Hart.
God damn. That's a 2016 ass name of ever one.
Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, I forgot that.
And then they had because a few guys and then they replaced somebody with Diamante Azul, bro, but I don't remember who. I'll have to look it up again, but I remember seeing that they replaced somebody with Diamante Azul. But I think at some point it must have all just started falling apart, and they stopped working with CMLL.
And they couldn't run shows in Arena Mexico.
Yeah, they couldn't run shows in Arena Mexico. I don't know what ended up happening to the TV show. I guess TV Azteca, maybe
they might have dropped them.
Yeah, might have gave them the boot. I was reading after this though. I didn't watch anything past this. I was reading they worked with IWRG. Did you watch any of those?
Hell no.
Yeah, I figured me neither. And then they worked with Triple A. I don't think I watched any of the Triple A ones either. So,
Yeah, I didn't watch those.
I don't know if they're. I can't say if they're worth going back and watching or not. I didn't see them, but there's a revival on the horizon of
Yeah, post
Lucha Libre
revival.
Elite. Tell us about that, Flo. What do you know about this Lucha Libre Elite revival?
So it was on the Instagram page that they were like doing a tease. They were like, "Oh, we're returning," and I think it was like I don't think it was like even for a day. It might have been just a couple of hours, but it might have been a day or a little bit more. But they were talking about we're making a grand return, and a lot of people, it got some people thinking like, "Oh, are they gonna be working with CML again, or what's the whole deal with them coming back?" And then the first person, there was finally a first person that was like, "Okay, I'm going to be a part of this show." And the first person that announced that they were going to be on this return show for Lucha Libre Elite was Dralistico. A little bit after that, it was revealed, the whole card was revealed. And by the looks of it, it all looks like it could be a big money stealing scheme.
I think a good way to describe it, I don't know if this is the best way to describe it. Maybe we'll see if they run a second show, but it is definitely a product of the time, I guess.
Yeah. Especially considering the names that you have on there.
Yeah, so if we want to look through the card for this first show, Sunday, April 21st, will be this show at 5 p.m. And just running from start to finish, we have the show starting off with Los Brazos against Los Villanos, Brazo de Oro Jr., Brazo Celestial, and Brazo Cibernético against Villano, Quinto Jr., Rocambole, and Difunto. Not the same Difunto that's in CMLL.
Yeah, not that one. Yeah.
Different Difunto. Then, actually, I'm a bit confused by this because I see the first. This is that Brazos Villanos is the first match, or is the first match just not even on the card? Because then the third, it just goes. The first match isn't even labeled. Then it goes 3-4.
Yeah, 3-4 Lucha Especial semifinal, and then the mano a mano in Super Libre.
Yeah, I don't know. Yes, I don't know what. I guess the third match is going to be Ares, Latigo, and Toxin against Bestia 666, Verdugo, and Dr. Caronte Jr. Fourth, we have.
Wow, I think they updated the card. Yeah, they did.
Oh, did they again?
Because Bestia 666 isn't in that match anymore. It's Argenis, Verdugo, and Dr. Caronte Jr. now.
Oh wow, so they took Bestia 666 off. Okay, so then the fourth, Rey Horus, Extreme Tiger, Dios del Inframundo against Mokokota, Tito Santana, and Superfly. Did they update that one, or is that one still the same?
That one's still the same.
Okay, and then Lucha Especial, DMT Azul, and the Black Beast, who is the old Taurus.
Yeah, the old Taurus, but he's using that name.
And then Sanson and Forastero. Then the semi-main, I guess this is where AEW heads.
AEW Rampage.
Yeah, yeah. This is a collision match, brother. This is the opener for Collision.
Nah, not even Collision. This is a Rampage match.
Commander, Dralistico, and Metalik. Triple threat. Let's go ahead and start our predictions. Who's eating the pin? How does this end?
I don't triple threat DQ. I don't know.
Three-way mask pull.
Yeah, three-way mask pull. No one wins. Two of them are signed to AEW, and then the other one does like putting people over. So
three-way mask pull, perhaps. And then our main event, which, I mean, I guess this match has happened already or been announced many times.
Yeah,
and it's always a tease. It's never
going to happen.
Yeah, at this point, I don't know who could make it happen. I don't know who could possibly make it happen. Who would, I guess, get baited into happen. But we have Rouge and LA Park. Thoughts on that main event? What do we...
Not in a place this, right?
Not an
I don't
apuestas.
care. It's a super libre match. I don't care. Elia Park and Rush are gonna be teasing this apuestas match. That's never gonna happen, and they're gonna be going. They're gonna keep going from like city to city or location to location, trying to see who can offer them the most money to do this apuestas match, and they're never gonna do it. That's just how it's gonna be forever.
That's
It's
the
not
bottom line.
happening.
It's like it's this generation's Octagon and Fuerza Guerrera.
Yeah, it's not happening.
It's one of those that gets teased forever, and then they don't ever actually put it together. But I mean, that's the card. The response I've seen on Twitter from guys who follow Lucha is not super positive.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see, I guess, if anybody broadcasts it, and also,
Yeah, maybe you ask Lucha.
yeah, maybe like who shows up. I want to see what they draw,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
You think they'll have a second show? You think it'll make it past one show?
Maybe. I mean, I don't. Probably not. But I mean, if it happens, good for them, I guess.
We'll see. See,
The
something to keep an eye on. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
the interesting thing about this is that this is on the same day as the next AEW pay-per-view. And we've all seen Rush's vague tweeting about what is he adding? Another dude and a lady to LFI. So seemingly won't be on the next pay-per-view.
He's gonna add LA Park.
If the show ends up happening, it doesn't end up happening.
That's Dynasty, right? The AEW
yes.
Dynasty.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll definitely see. So
yeah.
Just something to keep an eye on, something to be aware of. Will it make a big impact?
I doubt it.
Hard to say. Taking the most positive and optimistic look, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I'm taking the negative point of view.
Oh man, but that's I guess that's it for our Lucha Flashback segue into we're talking about the return of Liga Elite. So what do we got next? What do we want to jump on? We've got quite a few things to chat about. Floki, you want to?
So we did not have an episode last week. Unfortunately, we wanted to, but we couldn't due to time constraints. But we did watch the all women show, and let's share our thoughts on what we thought of that show.
Absolutely. Oh, okay. I think overall, I think it was a success. I enjoyed it. For me, personal success. I enjoyed it, and I think that it ended in very good. Like it ended with me feeling good about the new champions, the new Mexican national champions.
Gotcha. What about you, Soups?
I enjoyed pretty much the whole show. The opener was a little bit clumsy, and then the Torneo was a little clumsy to start, and then it grew into it, got really good. I thought the peak of the show was the Reina Isis defense against Xyz. I thought that match was incredible, but you guys know me. You know where my bias is there. But I was really surprised that the Catalina didn't pick up that win, but I guess they're probably saving something for her and Stephanie Vecchia down the line.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
So I thought the opener was it wasn't very good. I thought it was whatever. I thought it was it was meh.
Yeah.
The Torneo Cibernetico, I thought it started like you said. I thought it started off a little bit clunky, but it did get better over time. I think it did do it did a good job at highlighting a lot of the women. I think mainly Persephone, Olympia, and Era. And congrats to Marcela for winning the Torneo Copa Irma Gonzalez, second ever time winner. But my favorite match from this show, I think it might have been the Mexican national women's tag title match. Honestly, I really enjoyed that one. I'm there with Reina Isis versus Celsius being a very good match, but I don't know why, but I really enjoyed that the national women's tag title match. I liked the pacing of it a lot. I know that some people might be mad that maybe the Las Chicas Indomables didn't tag out or something like that. But I thought the pacing of it was really good. I thought the tope that Andromeda did, and I forget, I was Scotty holding.
Yes,
Scotty was
with the
holding
suplex. Yeah.
Yes,
into the brainbuster.
the tope. That looked
Yeah.
insane. Like that was probably my favorite moment of the match. It was crazy.
Smoked the top of Yuya's head, bro.
Yes. Yeah.
When she came up, like when she hit it, and then Yuya came up, bro, just holding the top of her head, and I was like, I know that shit hurt.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I can't remember if it was Julia or Harachita, but that looked painful, and I would not want to take that at all.
I'm not.
There were some crazy spots throughout this whole show in the Mexican national women's title match with the Spanish fly to the floor. God damn.
My.
And then they do a tope, an avalanche Spanish fly later. So the Hoopers were out last Friday.
Yeah. The title matches. Matches.
I'll say from the Torneo Increible, like you were saying, I agree exactly with like the people you said, I guess, shine the brightest. Olympia, Era, and Persephone. Especially when, I mean, she got me, dude. She popped me crazy on the fake injury spot, dude. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, she blew her shit out. She blew her knee out, and then she just got up, just walked it off, dude. Just some heel, some Muruda stuff, and it is actually very funny that gets me as often as it does, because like you were saying, that's just like a classic villano.
That's the thing that Hijo del Villano Tercero does that.
And when I think about it, when he does it every time, I think I just have an anxiety of like guys getting hurt in the ring, because when he does it, it pops me, like it fools me crazy, bro. Every time I see a fake injury, I'm just like, oh my god. And then like when they keep going, like if it's just like clearly a trick, I'm like, they got me. But if it's just like they're working it, like it still gets me. But only if like they're good at working it. If it's Seth Rollins, I know that movie's not really hurt. But
it's been broken back for the last 2 years. What the hell?
Yeah, he's been working with a broken back, a bum knee. I mean, Triple H destroyed his knee like 8 years ago, and it's still so like he can still do everything he does normally.
Nah, you just gotta watch the video package, brother.
But I mean, injury spots are designed basically to fool me, if we're being really honest about it. Like, they get me every time. But I think Olympia and Era, their segments during that Torneo Cibernético were really good. And with more time, more reps, more experience, and then just more spotlight, I think that CMLL has something with both of them. I think they absolutely do. And I don't know, that's exciting to me. The entire show's premise of like all women, let's see what they got, for the most part, it was good. So I'm excited for the future and the focus that they keep putting on the CMLL. Are they at that top level? Do you think they're all at that top level? I would say not yet.
No, not yet.
No,
I think
not yet.
Just kind of what we were talking about as the show progressed, it kind of got better. The lower card stuff needs some work, but their main people are amazing, and they didn't even have, I guess, would you call Stephanie their ace, and she wasn't on the show.
Yeah, she wasn't on the show, and we'll talk about in a second
what
why
she was doing
wasn't on the show. Yeah, what she was doing, not in Mexico, but we'll talk about that. So, surprisingly, in the main event of the show, we saw a title change that I was not expecting at all. We saw Las Chicas Indomables lose their Mexican national tag titles against Andromeda and Scadi, which was what did you guys think?
I was going crazy. I didn't think they were gonna drop it, but I was going crazy for it because it was. I mean, like you said, it was a bit unexpected to me.
Yeah, it was interesting to say the least. But yeah, you could see a little bit of the writing on the wall, seeing as none of the other titles changed hands. So you kind of thought maybe this one would, but still, like Las Chicas has had like a crazy reign. They defended their titles on the Fantastica Mania New Japan tour. So they're like highly respected. Did they not?
No, they didn't. No.
They're just kind of showcases.
It was just a showcase match.
Won anyway, so you could just, I would have chalked it up to a defense.
Oh man. But they look good. They look good. And I think some of the news that came out this week, I don't know if we want to talk about it now. I mean, we can just go ahead and mention it.
I think we can talk about
it. Might as well.
Yeah, like Chita is taking some time off from CMLL. Not from what I've gathered from other people's commentary, such as Cubs fan, mainly Cubs fan, I think. That's like the only guy I've seen talk about it. She's probably not jumping anywhere. She's probably just taking some time off for, I don't know, whatever reason she has, personal reasons.
Yeah.
I try not to.
Well,
If they don't straight up say why they're taking time off, I don't speculate.
Yeah,
better
just
not
leave it at
speculate.
that, really. Yeah.
We can just leave it at that.
All the best to her.
Do you think maybe we'll see Yuya teaming with her daughter any?
I could see her maybe doing, teaming with her daughter, or possibly doing the thing with Las Infernales that they were suggesting a couple months back.
We'll see.
That's that's a big maybe.
One of you said this is about the women's show, but not about Yuya specifically. Talking about Dark Silueta, somebody said she's the best Depredador who's not Volador Jr. I might have to agree with that, yeah.
I said that. Okay.
She's good.
Okay. She okay, I would say she's either the second or third best, because I think Magnus is, he's grown into his spot, and he's a good Depredador. He fills his spot out nicely now.
She was good. She was solid in her matches.
I like that. I like that the match was more like Yavel, stuff like that.
She's good, and she's good at being a heel towards the crowd as well. Something
she
plays
the
towards
crowd
the crowd
was. Yeah, she got the crowd heated.
Well, good stuff from her there. If you want, we can move to the. Okay, we're talking about the women's show. Did we even mention the Tuesday show before that? Or do we have to mention? I mean, it was just a.
There wasn't too much going on from that show. The only thing that we got from that show was Ángel de Oro pinning both Volador Jr. and Místico, and then he was like, I want to challenge you for your MLW World Middleweight Championship on the next Tuesday show, and we'll talk about what happened in that match later on. And the other notable thing was that Sandokan Jr. In the match that Sandokan Jr. was in, he beat Star Jr. and we got like the first sort of threat, I want a Mass versus Mass match at the 91st Aniversario from Sandokan.
You think Sandokan loses it, or you think he keeps it? Do you think he could work on
I don't even think the match is happening.
If it did, though, do you think he could? You think he would win it or lose it?
Win. He's only like 24. Star Junior's like 30, 31.
Yeah, I mean, this was his time is up.
I mean, he hasn't done much in his. I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but Star Junior hasn't really done too much in his career to like, oh, here, have him here. You can finally win an Apuestas match. I think the only Apuestas match that he's won was that one where he and Soberano teamed up and they were facing Cholo and Ramstein. And that's the only Apuestas match he's ever won.
Oh,
so
they got nothing for him, dude. Programacion got nothing.
Yeah. I mean, he's like a decent looking dude, so I mean, maybe taking off the mask.
Great hair.
Incredible hair. Yeah, fantastic hair. I mean, if he ever loses his mask, his hair will probably be worth a lot. Looks good. It's conditioned.
I'd say it's worth more, yeah.
I mean, that's a good look. He has good hair.
Hey, that's an AEW appearance guy, too. So
Yeah, AEW appearance, the hair, former World Trios champ.
Everything's coming up for Star Junior.
And he's appearing on MLW soon.
Yeah, against Magnus, right?
I think that was the TV. I think that was the TV taping, and I'm not sure if it's like shown up on TV yet. But
what channel does MLW come on?
I do not know.
Never.
But he's also appearing on the next pay-per-view, which is strange. They haven't confirmed his match. They just said Star Junior will be at the next MLW pay-per-view.
Got some fans, I guess.
Yeah.
Moving tickets.
Ethan.
I'll say, yeah, Angel Dorado did smoke my goat, but it was on Tuesday, so it's okay, dude.
And it was a Canadian Destroyer too.
Yeah, he smoked 2 goats, dude. He smoked Mystical and one other one. Like you said, we can just jump ahead to the Tuesday because that comes chronologically after that women's show anyway.
Well, actually, let's talk before we jump to that Tuesday show. We need to talk about
Collision.
what we were talking about. Stephanie Vaquer wasn't on the women's show, so people might be wondering where was Stephanie Vaquer? Why wasn't she on the show? We would have expected from probably the best female wrestler that CML has. Why wasn't she on the show? We wanted to see her. Stephanie Vaquer was doing 2 dates over in Japan. She wrestled on the Cinderella tournament's opening night, but it was like sort of like a preview match because she was challenging Julia for the New Japan Women's Strong Championship. She was challenging for that title, and so the night that the Cinderella tournament started, she had a preview match where she teamed with Fukigen Death and Momo Watanabe, and they didn't pick up the win, but the next night in, I believe it was Korakuen Hall, Stephanie Vaquer surprisingly, well, I wouldn't say surprisingly, but she beat Julia for the New Japan Women's Strong Championship. And Soups, what did you think of that match?
I thought it was like a disappointing match. It was really starting to get going, like some good back and forth, some gross sounding headbutts, and then a flash pin. Stephanie Vaquer wins, and that's the match. I thought if it had another like 5-10 minutes, could have been something really good.
Yeah, same here. I enjoyed the match, but I thought that they could have turned it up to another level. I felt like it never got to like the first or second phase, and I feel like that sort of hurt the match. So yeah, we're probably not going to see that match ever again due to reasons.
Yeah, I'm not too upset.
But yeah. Congratulations to Stephanie Vaquer for being a triple champ now. CML World Women's Champ, CML World Women's Tag Champ, and now New Japan Strong Women's Champ.
3-belt Steph.
Yeah, 3-belt Steph.
Beast.
Good for her. She deserves it. She's good. Good as hell. She's like the 1A, right?
Yeah.
I don't know who the 1B would be now, but she's the 1A for sure.
Maybe, we won't jump into that, but yeah, she's the 1A.
Definitely.
And then it sounded like Foos, you wanted to talk about AEW. I know you're really big into that.
Oh, so okay, all right, yeah. Yeah, all right. AEW fans, okay. Yeah, we can talk about AEW. We can talk about, because they did have, not this week, but the previous week, they did have CMLL guys show up for, I don't think they had anybody on Dynamite, right?
No, I don't think so.
We had 2 for Collision, though. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you about a big issue that I feel like an issue that AEW has, but that personally affected me.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Go off here.
Not this week, last week, when they were in Atlanta, quote unquote Atlanta. They weren't even in Atlanta. They were in Duluth, by the way. Any ATLians, which by the way, we don't use that term in Atlanta. ATLian is not actually a term that's used. Any people from Atlanta, Duluth is not technically Atlanta. If you wanted to get to it's OTP, it's outside the perimeter, right? There's this perimeter that goes around Atlanta, 285. Everything inside is ITP in the perimeter, and that's mainly considered Atlanta, but I guess the surrounding area can also be considered Atlanta. So I don't want to get too logistical on here, but it would take to get from Atlanta to get to Duluth, it's like 45 minutes. So it's not a super long drive, but it's not a super short one. Once I realized on, I guess, Monday that AEW was coming into town that week, 2 nights, Wednesday and Thursday, to tape for Collision, Wednesday Dynamite, Thursday Collision tapings, I thought to myself, well, perhaps I will attend. Let me wait a little bit and see what Tony K's got for me, right? Dynamite shows up, nothing really, right? Nothing really for me. I said, okay, I didn't really want to take that day off anyway. My plan was, if there was an announced match with CMLL guys or Místico specifically for Collision, I was going to take off the second half of my workday on Thursday and then either do a half day starting at like noon on Friday or just take the whole day off Friday. This man, Tony Khan, does not announce Místico until what, like 12 noon on the day of the taping? My brother
I think that's even generous. I think it was later than that.
I was so mad. I was like, that is a legitimate. I feel like that's a legitimate criticism of AEW, and I get why they do it because they don't want things to leak or they don't want things like to ruin the surprise about stuff. But God Almighty, you have to promote.
Yeah.
You have to promote these things before the day of, brother. You can't tell me at 2 p.m. on Thursday that Místico's going to be there at 7 p.m. The show opens at 7 p.m. and I guess maybe they started taping at 8 for Collision, but that just rubbed me the wrong way completely. And I was just like, man,
absolutely.
You have to, like, if it's something like that, you have to tell, like, at least you don't have to do a whole week before, 2 or 3 days. You told me on weekend. Tuesday, yeah. I would have been there.
God.
I would have been there. Who knows, dude? Maybe I would have. The tickets were really cheap too. Like, well, I'm talking like maybe like the first few rows, maybe $60, $70 when I was looking.
Damn.
So I feel like that was a missed opportunity. Tony K, dude, you could have got some sweet spotlight from the Club Lucha socials, man. What are you doing?
Oh my God.
I would have put you over crazy, bro. But yeah, the matches when they actually aired on that Saturday. Do you have any thoughts on them at all, or anything that really stood out to you?
No, I didn't watch.
Flo, did you watch them?
I was watching something. What was I watching? I don't even remember. But I was not watching.
He's doing something better.
Probably something better. But the two matches we got, the better of the two was Místico and Angelico.
Of course.
It was just good. It was just a good match, honestly. It didn't really, I'd probably give it a 3.5. It wasn't anything over the top. Both guys looked good. We ended with La Mística. One thing is, I think maybe there's a confusion or a slight stumble on the finish. I think Mística had to go for La Mística twice because I think the first time they didn't get it up. But overall, I thought that match was good. Obviously, I'm a big Místico guy. So I probably would have thought it was good anyway. And then the second match, Titan and Chris Jericho.
Yeah, I'm sure that match happened. On a cool note, I was reading that this was kind of a dream match for Angelico. When the CMLL partnership started, he was saying that he really wanted to be able to work Místico. So really cool for him to finally get this match.
I'm happy for him. He trained under Negro Navarro, right? I think so. I don't know. Maybe I'm just BSing here. No, he did.
Yeah,
Angelico
he
train under him.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest notes of this show was that we had our CMLL friends show up, but we also had Penta on the show. So then again, dismissing the not so good word of Dave Meltzer and probably Conan that Mexicans aren't allowed to appear on the same show as CMLL wrestlers.
They appeared. Oh, they absolutely appeared. But yeah, Titan seemed happy to work Chris Jericho.
Yeah, he did.
So I can't really be like, don't put them with Chris Jericho anymore because it feels like they like working Chris Jericho, I guess. But as a viewer,
yeah,
I don't have to like it. I don't have to like it.
No. We know what's best for you, Titan.
It may not be what's best for him. This may be an experience he loves, enjoys, and everyone is happy with. But for me personally, I don't really care for, seeing Chris Jericho with them as much because, like, I don't know, it feels like he's like maybe a half step behind on a lot of stuff, especially because they're working like when you see them work in CMLL and then you see them work in Collision, it is sometimes like they have to work a half step slower, it feels.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they got to do what they got to do. We have no say in the booking, but guy like me, I'm not sure I would keep putting them with Chris Jericho, but put him with Angelico again, bro. Honestly.
Yeah,
Put some
Matt
more guys.
Sydal and Angelico, yeah.
I know.
They can work
put
them.
them with Dante Martin, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's get top flight against any tag team of CML guys, and that would bang.
That would be fun. But
Yes.
I mean, that's mainly all I had for that. I wasn't like super. You don't have to go back and watch either of them. If you like Mystico, you'll like the Angelico match. If you like Chris Jericho, okay.
Get out of here.
What is wrong with you?
All right,
Stop
man.
listening.
I just don't think he's. I don't know what he needs. I don't know. I don't think
He needs to
just-
go on tour with his band and never come back.
it's just not super compelling right now.
Yeah, go on a cruise, brother.
I'm trying to say this as positively as I can.
Yeah, I don't think Floke and I are trying to.
But you know. Anyway, we could move on to this past Tuesday's show because I don't think we have anything else AW related. I mean, we could. There's one thing that I would like to, I guess, if we're still on AEW, really quickly.
We know you love to talk about it.
Oh yeah, my GOAT promotion, according to a few guys on Twitter who saw me say one good thing about them. But that tag tournament.
Oh brother.
Oh brother. Oh my god. I don't know if I care too much about it, honestly.
Nah. That's a 2-pack of ass, as they say.
It feels like, I don't know, like honestly, it doesn't even feel like as big as the Continental Classic at all. I thought they nailed the formula with the Continental Classic, and this thing feels like the whole thing belongs on Rampage.
Yeah, you would have thought, not to go down the AEW tangent because it says very little to do with Lucha, but this doesn't feel like a tournament that they've thought of for more than like 3 weeks, and it feels like they thought of it yesterday and just picked like 8 tag teams or however many there are and just threw them out there.
They were like, who do we got available right now?
Yeah.
Okay, who can eat some pins? Okay.
Yeah, and Penta's not even in the tournament.
Penta's not even. I thought they would at least put him in Pot because I was like, yeah, Phoenix is out, but I was like,
yeah,
they kind of made it like a thing that Pot came back to like help Penta, right?
Yeah.
Because like he came out to help Eddie Kingston, and then Pot came out to help Penta, and it's like, why wouldn't the two of them, like, even if they don't win, they don't have to win. They can just show up and
win one, lose one, and then you're good.
Yeah, wrap it up. I don't know. That feels like a missed opportunity. No BCC. I said earlier, some people were replying back to me for saying this too. No CMLL team, like they don't even have to win one. They can just show up and get packed. Like you can send 2 lower mid card guys and
do
a few close spots.
Spin K and Star Black.
Yeah, you could. You literally could. They'd get over.
Yeah, one's already over, brother.
But like, not everybody has visa issues. A lot of people were replying. They're like, "Oh, the CMLL guys have visa issues." Not all of them.
No,
we know it's not
most
all
of them.
A lot of the good ones, but not all of them.
Oh god.
But yeah, I don't know. Feels like a missed opportunity. We can stop talking about AEW. That's not the purpose. Let's move back to the real Hoopers. Tuesday, March 12th? Yeah, Tuesday, March 12th, CMLL. Tuesday from Arena Mexico. What do we got?
They had what was the second match? Had the Divinos Agoneros, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That match, I like the finish. I like their the triple submission finisher that they went for. It didn't work out perfectly, but I feel like, with a bit more execution and a little more timing, that would be like such a great finisher for them to.
There was
and just,
no injury there, right? I got worried.
I'm not sure if it was. I don't think it was a full-on injury, but it definitely looked like Blue Panther Jr. might have hurt himself.
Okay.
I
was a little concerned there for sure.
Dark Panther, bro, he spent the 2 topes. I think he only hit 2, right? He didn't hit a third one.
Yeah,
Pops me
I
every
don't think
time.
he hit that many.
It was enjoyable. I like that match. Like you said, that finish, very cool idea. Let's work on it a little more, and it's gonna pop people crazy because it looked cool.
Yeah,
it's like Los Indestructibles.
Yeah. Oh god.
The triple finisher.
That's the GOAT finisher right there.
But yeah, that I enjoyed. I thought that match was a little decent. I thought I enjoyed the women's match quite a bit, honestly. Yeah.
I like the lightning match. Star Junior and Sandokan Junior.
I don't think it was a lightning match. It was a normal singles match that just consequently went only 7 minutes.
They just worked it like a lightning match.
Yeah. That's what it felt like.
They're just like, go out there, make it look good. Less than 10.
Go out there,
look great.
Yeah, it was quick because like Sandokan dominated the first fall. Star Junior came back in the second fall, and then Sandokan barely got any offense in the third fall. That's the only thing that made me mad. But besides that, it was. I would say it's a good match, good to decent little match.
Worth going back and watching.
I mean, 7 minutes, like not that much time commitment.
Yeah. If you just want to catch up on the show and you have 8 to 9 minutes to spare, sure, go ahead and watch it.
What did you think about the semi-main with Los Guerreros Laguneros and Atlantis, Flip Gordon, and Titan?
I didn't care about it too much. I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I like seeing the GOATs out there, but I also had to see Flip Gordon out there. So
yeah.
Contrary to popular belief, not my GOAT, Flip Gordon. Yeah, I thought it was fine. Actually, that was probably the best Flip Gordon's looked in my eyes in CMLL. He did some cool stuff in there, but yeah, just kind of a match.
Yeah,
nothing crazy.
Decent. I like recently how much we've been seeing Gran Guerrero because he was not there for a large part of. I feel like the second half
of
2023.
He knows PWI ranking season's coming up soon, so he's getting his reps back in now.
I was gonna say something else. I remember when we would see him last in 2023, he'd always wrestle with the shirt, but now he's wrestling shirt off, and
yeah, he looks great.
He's looking like in pretty solid shape,
Baby oiled up.
Oiled up crazy on Friday.
I don't know how you grabbed that guy.
It was a tactical advantage.
Yeah, slippery Gran Guerrero.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's been weird seeing him appear way more frequently than usual.
I like it. Maybe we can see him put on some. Maybe we can. I mean, who do you think would take that title off of him? The heavyweight.
I have no clue.
The most prestigious title in Arena Mexico.
Taking the title of Gran Guerrero, I have no clue, man. I genuinely have no clue.
I feel like there's not that many guys.
I'm trying to think of guys who classify as heavyweights, and I feel like that's a super small group of dudes. Yeah, like they had the chance to take it off him with Euphoria, but they didn't. Besides that, I don't think they're planning on pushing Star Black more. So
I was about to say Star Black. Well,
he has the national heavyweight. And I don't think they're gonna take that. I don't think they're gonna take the unless they give Sherwa a super big push and give him the national heavyweight championship. Then I don't see Star Black being a true contender for Gran Guerrero's title just yet.
Sherwa is he considered heavyweight?
He's a light heavyweight right now, but he said he's working on becoming a heavyweight.
Oh my god, he's here to save us.
He could put on. I could definitely see more muscle on his build. He doesn't have to rush it.
Yeah,
he can take a while to get there, but I think he'd be a good. I think his style would be very good. With Sherwa,
the matches.
Oh, he's gonna be on that show next Tuesday. So
we'll talk about those soon. But besides that, we thought the match was was fine. We're glad to. I guess we could say that we're glad to see Gran Guerrero back. Since he wasn't appearing too much.
Yeah.
But what did you guys think about the the match for the very prestigious MLW World Middleweight Championship?
The right guy won, and that's all that matters to me.
Yeah, it was a fine match.
It was
It was good.
3.
I didn't care for the match. I couldn't. It was a mystical match. It was a modern day mystical match. That's all I can say.
It's my go. You don't need to. Hey, look. Hey, you don't need to go out there and do anything too crazy on a Tuesday night.
They
You're
should
right.
have. If they wanted, man, I would have been invested if they had put Friday effort, but nope,
It was Tuesday.
no
It was
Friday
Tuesday.
effort.
Yeah,
Tuesday effort.
it's fine though. It wasn't bad. 3. I'd give it a 3 probably. I think
I don't even know what I'd rate it, but
I
it's
think a lot
whatever.
of mystical matches have a solid floor to them. You know what you're gonna get a lot of the time, and then sometimes when you get more, you're like, oh,
I wasn't expecting this.
bumps it up
Yeah.
some. I like his crowd work
Yeah.
the most, honestly. I think that's probably my favorite part.
Yeah,
about
it's
mystical.
Yeah, I think
enchanting.
the crowd work. Yeah, I think the crowd works pretty good.
Get them up. But yeah, Tuesday show was all right. Had some good moments, but you don't have to go. It's not like we're gonna be like underrated gem of a card. It was good.
Yeah, no, it was definitely not bad.
And we can talk about
We could
Informa,
Informa.
right? I didn't
Yeah,
watch
a
it. I
little
was eating hot wings.
Um, so
Fortunately for
on
me.
Informa, the main topic for Informa this past week that just happened was revealing the match card for the Arena Coliseo de Perú 77 81st aniversario card.
What did you
And
think
let me
about
just
that?
say, it's a good card. The card has potential. It has a lot of potential. So let me do a quick run through of the card. So the first match, started off. We have a lucha de escuelas, Ciudad de Mexico versus Escuela Tapatía, Forneo and Novato versus Calavera Junior 1 and Calavera Junior 2. Nice to see the Calavera Junior boys back. Then in the second match, I popped hard whenever I saw this was announced. In a match Relámpago, Legendario versus Shelwa.
Beast.
My God. The third
That
match.
should have been the final of Torneo de Escuelas. Should have been the last two guys.
It would have been beast. I agree. The third match is the ladies match. It is Scadi, Andromeda, and La Catalina versus Stephanie Vaquer, Seuxis, and Dark Silueta. Should be good. Looks good on paper. Then this match to me, it looks like the best match. This is the one I'm most excited for besides Shelwa and Legendario. We have Akuma and Espanto Jr. of La Ola Negra defending their Arena Colisea tag titles against La Escuadra of Villano Tercero Jr. and Hijo del Villano Tercero. I'm interested. And the semifinal match, we have Legends versus Bárbaros. We have Octagon, Atlantis, and Blue Panther versus Terrible, Bárbaro Cavernario, and Dragón Rojo Jr. And then in the main event, we have a 2-on-2 tag team match. We have Místico and Mascara Dorada against the newly allied Soberano Jr. and Templario. So, what are we thinking about this card?
I hope it gets put somewhere. I hope they record it and upload it somewhere.
Yeah, same.
That's
same
what I'm
here.
thinking. I love the look of Arena Coliseo, and I want to go so bad because I think it looks like just everything about it, the ambiance, the way the crowd is set up, is just so good, And like I've said this before about El Templo del Dolor, right, in Arena Puebla.
Yeah.
I think those arenas look really good. Like
they do, they really do.
I think they lend themselves to they get the crowd. I guess since they're a little smaller, you can get the crowd more into things. Like that makes sense. I don't know if that makes.
Yeah.
Like it may not be as loud as Arena Mexico, but you can still get
the
them
ambience.
pretty loud. Yeah.
Yeah.
But all the matches sound great.
Yeah. I think the craziest part is that this is happening Mania weekend. So someone like Mystico might have to like fly back, U.S., Mexico, and then maybe back to the U.S. depending on if he's booked.
Oh God, yeah.
April 7th.
Golly.
So we'll see how that happens. We'll see how that goes.
That's a real workhorse right there, dude. Expect nothing less from the Ace.
What out of the matches that were announced or on this card, what sounds the most intriguing to you?
Legendario and Shelhua.
Yeah, same here.
I think that's.
I'm with you.
That's like best of the new blood. It feels like best of the two guys from the schools. Yeah,
Torneo de Escuelas. Yeah.
Like it's definitely the right two guys you put in a match. Like from that entire group of 4 schools.
Yeah, I'd say big time because like Legendario has like a lot of like the aerial style and stuff like that, and then you pair it up with like Shelwa and his more llaveo style, more like arras de lona. I feel like it could really be a great match for Nampago.
I just think Shelhua's so cool, bro. He's been posting a lot of videos, and like I always share them because I'm like, this is awesome. Like this is exactly how you can like. And he posts pictures with his fans, bro. He posts pictures just like about himself, giving you more background about him, and it's like seemingly self-produced. I don't know. I don't think CMLL produces any of these, and that's just a really good talent to have.
Yeah.
In general,
Yeah, and I mean, he just has the look. Like I've said it before, he has the look. He has the presentation. He's very good in ring too. So, I'm excited for this match, and I'm assuming they will record it and upload it to YouTube, considering they have done it previous years. Like last year, they uploaded to YouTube as well. So we'll see if it's either free or if they upload it to like the 2nd tier or 3rd tier of the YouTube membership. But we'll have to wait whenever April 6th, April 7th, April 8th come around.
God, I hope it gets put up. I really do.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
I'm also excited for the Ola Negra versus Villanos match.
You know which 2 members it is?
Akuma and Espanto Jr. versus Hijo del Villano Tercero and Villano Tercero Jr.
Akuma, bro. I carry it on his back again.
Every time, man. Every single time.
He's so good, dude. He can do the work of 2 guys. That, to me, that's a real dog right there. That's a real dog.
Yeah. He's a beast.
Guy like me, bro. I don't know. I'm putting him higher up on the card already, dude.
Same. I think all 3 of us would.
Yeah. I was actually rooting for... Because, well, I'll just wait until we talk about the Friday show to say that. But
okay, gotcha. Okay, but yeah, solid card overall for this show. I'm excited because it looks very good on paper. And we'll wait to see if it gets uploaded to YouTube whenever it comes around.
Looking forward to it. We'll definitely talk about that, and we'll definitely probably, if all the matches are good, we'll go way more in detail with those because matches are great.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what we're all about.
Yeah, it is.
You want to talk about this Friday that just happened last night?
Yeah, let's talk about this Friday show.
We can go top to bottom real quick. Some of these, not much to say. Some of them, a lot to say. Opener, Halcón Soriano Jr. and Leono defeat Parador Jr. and Platino Kid. I don't recall Emperador Jr. and Platino Kid doing a whole lot. I'm going to be honest. Did they get anything in?
Yeah. Very little. I think the reason that you didn't see a lot of action from them was mainly because Halcón Soriano Jr. was trying to get a bunch of stuff in, which, as we saw in a specific clip, it didn't work out too well sometimes.
He was going for that. That one clip you shared, I thought he was going for a drop kick, and then you were like, no, he was trying to jump over the top rope and like do that.
I think that's what he was trying. I think that's what he was trying to do. I'm not sure.
I have no idea, but he just kind of hit the rope and then crawled under and pulled down Platino Kid.
Yeah.
That match, I don't really have anything to say about it. It was an opener and
yeah.
All right. Anybody got anything else for that one?
No, that match could have happened like 10 years ago. I'd have the same memory of it.
We have next La Fuerza Poblana, Guerrero Maya Jr., Pegaso, and Estigma against los Cancerberos del Infierno. Cancerbero, Luciferno, and Virus. From this match, my note says Guerrero Maya Jr. was kind of going off. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
Yeah.
He looked really good.
Luciferno might need to work on his catching.
Bro, he straight up like missed that one.
Yeah. I don't think he missed as bad as Crisus, but
oh my god.
Maybe just an off night, I would say. Maybe.
Yeah. The move looked cool though. I just wish, he would have caught it.
It looked really good. And I was just like, at first I was like, did he like, he kind of like glanced him. He just kind of hit his shoulder and then he just, I think it was Guerrero Maya Jr. who did the tope, right? He just hit the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't really slow down like at all.
Really. Yeah. The catch wasn't very good.
No, for some reason I expected Los Cancerberos to win that one.
Yeah.
Fuerza Poblana, victory.
Yeah, cool for them. They get a victory.
Good for them, yeah. And then after that, trios match, Los Bárbaros, Dragón Rojo Jr., El Bárbaro Cavernario, and El Terrible defeat Los Depredadores, Magia Blanca, Magnus, and Rugido. Again, kind of like the same thing from the last two matches. This one, I thought Los Bárbaros looked good. I think Los Depredadores could have given a little more. I don't think they were, I don't know, maybe an off night as well. Maybe they just.
Yeah, I think Magnus looked the best out of the Los Depredadores.
I would agree.
Fixing that error that happened in the middle of the match where he sort of had to get Terrible in the right position.
Yeah, Rugido had him in the wrong corner.
Yeah.
There was one spot in this match I really liked. I don't even know who was jumping to the outside, but they were going to jump outside onto Los Barbaros, and Dragon Rojo Jr. is still in the ring, and he tries to run over to push him off, but just misses him.
Magia Blanca was the one that was jumping. Yeah.
I just thought just having like that little urgency just adds like an extra little layer to a match. It's just a cool thing to see.
I love when they do that.
Yeah.
I love when they act like, I just missed him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that was a little before Magia Blanca would get packed by
I'll say
the best of them.
The best part of the match was the finish when it used to just be Barbaro Cavernario doing the ooh, but I noticed in this one all three of the guys go ooh, and the whole crowd just echo, and that's all you could hear, bro. It's just Barbaro mania in there. And they hit the triple like first Dragon Rojo Jr. hits his like lance, like just a stomp too.
And it's like La Plancha Cavernaria, La Plancha de las Cavernas, and then they like move whoever's getting targeted. They move him a little. They move him a little bit, and then Terrible does like a big splash.
It's good, bro. Like it's simple. It's
cool.
not anything crazy.
Yeah, it's simple but effective.
It flows really well too. Three guys like stomp, splash, big splash.
Chest. Yeah.
Don't need much. Like that is a very like believable finish too. Because like guy like me, I'm getting killed probably by the second one. So I'm not getting up. I would ask them to bring the stretcher out, bro. If I took that,
Cavernario splashing onto you,
he would kill me, bro. Oh my god. That was the best part, I think, of that match. And then we got our kind of like our semi-main before the
tournament portion.
Before the tournament part. Atlantis Jr., Hechicero, and Volador Jr. defeat Averno, Templario, and Tan. Anything stand out too much for this one?
I liked how it started with the exchange between Hechicero and Titan. I thought that was pretty fun.
Yeah, I just like seeing all these guys kind of like play the hits, like just getting all the stuff in. They're all fun to watch. So I could at like a 12-minute match between these six guys is just fun.
Yeah, it worked well. I think it worked well. I felt like they could have like stepped it up to a little like another level if they would have been given like 3 or 4 more minutes. But I felt like they put in enough effort, and I think it was a pretty good match.
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't like I don't think I'd put it like you don't need to go back and see it. But if you're watching the show, it's not taking away. It's actively adding to enjoyment. But it's not one
It's
you have to
very fun.
like.
It was very fun.
Yeah, you don't have to like go back and seek it out and be like this. It's not going on any best of 2024 lists, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
But you know what
but
is?
like
Oh, sorry, I was ready to go on to the next part.
Were you gonna say Flip Gordon's gonna make your year-end list?
No, that's not what I was gonna say. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's not my goal. But yeah, no, I was just gonna transition into the Torneo Increible de Parejas. Yeah,
yeah.
I think all of these guys gave some really good effort. I think they gave some really great effort. Every team, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I was impressed at least once by every single team. What they were doing. First off, we had Angel de Oro and Flip Gordon. Well, actually, first off was the little like battle royale, which
For seeding.
yeah, which is whatever.
That shit was hilarious.
It's
so
fun.
Rocky celebrating like a soccer player.
It's he betrayed Angel de Oro, and that's fun
Yeah.
stuff. But the battle royal portion is usually not rarely. Well, no, I'm just gonna say it's never the best part.
No.
Yeah.
It's probably like even when it's not bad, it's like the lowest part just because the rest is so much better. If that makes sense.
Right.
And the first matchup we got, the way the seeding ended up happening was we had Angel de Oro and Flip Gordon against Euphoria and Gran Guerrero. Which, correct me if I'm wrong here. What is so incredible about Euphoria and Gran Guerrero teaming up? Because there's like two rudos, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. They just kind of said, let's get those two big guys. Former team, I guess.
Well, it's also because I think the reason they worked so well was also because they were both in Los Guerreros Saboneros at one point together.
Yeah. I just figured we were gonna get like Técnico Rudo for everyone, but that kind of just didn't.
Yeah, that's honestly surprising.
That's not to say they did a bad job though. They were really good. I thought they were really good in that match.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Loved the like the assisted plancha, the springboard plancha from Euphoria.
Yeah, that was good.
That was really good. I was like, golly, like that's a lot of
I
man.
really can't imagine. I can't imagine having to take like a plancha from Euphoria.
Bro, like he looks solid too. Like that would hurt. Like
yeah.
Obviously, I think he's enough of a professional that he wouldn't make it hurt you, but like he wanted to.
He could.
And that could definitely break some ribs. I honestly, if we're being 100% real here, I wanted Euphoria and Gran Guerrero to move on. I didn't want Angel de Oro and Flip Gordon, but I understand why. I mean, they've been getting more of a focus than Euphoria and Gran Guerrero. But good first qualifier. And then we had the dark horse of the tournament, dude. Mascara Dorada and Rocky Romero.
Wait.
The most unexpected team, bro. Who would have guessed? Against Akuma and Dulce Gardenia. Thoughts on this?
I thought the Mascara Dorada and Dulce Gardenia exchange was like fucking amazing. That's the best I've seen Dulce Gardenia look like in my time watching. He was going crazy. Mm-hmm. But yeah, other than that, I thought it was really fun. I liked the interactions between Akuma and Dulce. I thought it was sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I like the teamwork with Dulce Gardenia and Akuma. There was like
I thought it was pretty good. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think Dulce Gardenia launched. I think it was Mascara Dorada, and then Akuma hit him with the spear, and man, that was sick.
It was so good. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about when he kind of did like the rollover, kind of like what do you call it? Like it has a name, but I can't remember. Like you roll over them and you pull them down, and then like you kind of like roll back. And when he rolled back, Mascara jumped up and then Akuma was just already on his way with the spear. Smoked him.
Spear.
Looked great. Probably like their best. My favorite spot of that match from them was that.
Yeah.
And of course, I mean, it would have been awesome. Again, it would have been awesome if Akuma and Dulce Gardenia moved on, but you can't. You can't. You know, you gotta move your big guys on. Mascara Dorada and Rocky Azúcar Romero. Move on to the block final,
The
I guess.
semifinal.
Yeah.
Yeah, the block final or semifinal, whatever you want to call it.
Against Angel de Oro and many people's goats, but not mine, Flip Gordon.
Many people's goats.
What did we think
I don't know.
about
What kind of people are you? What kind of people are you interacting with?
Okay.
AEW fans.
What do we think about that final? Last match of the night. We go, what is it, 8.5 minutes? Not super long.
Felt it like that.
It felt good though. Like
I
it felt like
enjoyed it.
yeah.
Yeah,
I thought it was the best thing of the show, honestly.
It was really good. Mascara Dorada was hitting everything, bro. Like
Yeah.
I don't think he was missing on anything. The ending had if I remember correctly, bro, it had us a little scared.
Yeah, for sure. That's in my note. It says we were scared.
The possibility.
Like, the block was the possibility of Angel de Oro and Flip Gordon having like the tiniest chance of winning just, had us scared because even though the block is obvious, sometimes you can never know it's CML and you might think they're going one direction and they go the opposite direction completely. So we were a little scared.
I mean, like they took out Flip Gordon and then they started doing the classic, they can't get along.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, there's no way, right? Like there's no way. It's not possible this is about to happen.
Because it started with the Flip Gordon pin where Mascara Dorada is pinning him and Rocky throws him off and gets the pin for himself. And then,
they sort of like
somehow work together after that.
I will say though, if I remember correctly, the finish was really good. They hit on Angel de Oro or something and it looked thank God. Because I did feel fear. I was like, no way, man.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to move these guys on.
I was like, please no Flip Gordon on Homenaje de los Leyendas.
But we got the right call, and we got the biggest possible names from this block on Homenaje de los Leyendas. As for next week, Block B qualifiers. The card for Friday has come out. We don't have to talk about it too much, really at all, because I don't think we have it pulled up.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Oh, we do. No, then it looks great.
So the card for next week's Friday show is the opener. We have Hombre Bala Jr. and Fuego versus Pólvora and Coyote. So it's Hombre Bala Jr. and Fuego going up against Los Chacales del Ring, two of them. Then after that, we have La Fuerza Tapatía, Esfinge Fugaz, and Star Black versus La Escuadra, Sandokan Jr., Hijo del Villano Tercero, and Villano Tercero Jr.
Jeez.
Match 3.
All right, match 3, we have Stephanie Vaquer, Lluvia, and Zexis against Tessa Blanchard. Tessa Blanchard is back?
No. Yeah, no. She's back.
No.
Reina Isis and La Catalina. Hey. Did they even announce? Did they even say anything? She just showed up, bro.
It's the go home week from Homenaje de los Leyendas, and she's
on she is.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Damn, they didn't bring in Willow?
Not yet. I don't think so.
She's just gonna do the one day.
Yeah, I think so. Unless they bring them in for Puebla and Guadalajara, which I doubt, but they might.
They should do Willow at least for wait, Homenaje de los Leyendas is on Friday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, they should bring her. Well, yeah, they should let her do the Saturday at Coliseo at least. After that, or maybe the Domingo Familiar, bro. I think she'd do good.
Yeah, I hope so.
But wow, yeah, I didn't even realize Tessa.
After that,
we're really close to that show. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we're 2 weeks away. Yeah, 2 weeks away.
Gonna be fun.
It
And
will
then
be fun.
what do we got in the fourth, the semifinal?
The fourth match, we have Místico Volador Jr. and Flip Gordon versus Rocky Azúcar Romero, Ángel de Oro, and Niebla Roja.
It could be good.
And following that, yeah, it could be good. I'm not too stoked to see Flip Gordon again, but
Maybe he'll keep
what can we
getting
do
better.
about that?
He'll start pulling more things out.
Maybe.
And then who do we have in Block B? What do we? The four teams.
So in Block B for Torneo Increible de Parejas, we have Atlantis Jr. and Soberano Jr., Templario and Dragón Rojo Jr., Stuka Jr. and Hechicero, and Virus and Disturbio.
Who do you think's going through?
I feel like this one's even more obvious than last week's, to be honest. I mean, it's Atlantis Jr. and Soberano Jr.
Absolutely. Has to be.
Yeah.
The only other team that makes sense is Stuka Jr. and Hechicero, but obviously that only makes sense because they're both hoopers. It doesn't make sense in that I don't think CMLL would pick them.
Yeah.
Could you imagine though? That would be like, like Stuka Jr. Hechicero against Mascara Dorada and Rocky Romero. Like that would be really good.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Be fantastic. Virus and Disturbio. That feels like that slot could have gone to somebody else, or like Virus and somebody else. You know?
Yeah. Who let Disturbio in here, man? That's crazy.
It's because of that rivalry, man. And that 4-way trios rivalry.
And then Templario's good, and I like Dragón Rojo Jr. But they're not making it through. They're not making it through.
Yeah, they're not making it through.
They're both. I mean, I think that recently they've both been pretty good though. So I'm not like.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they don't belong, but they're just probably not going to make it through. They'll probably put on a.
Yeah, I mean the rivalry sort of peaked. Last year's aniversario.
Yeah. Can't really get any higher than taking a guy's mask. I mean, I guess he could take his hair, but.
Yeah, but.
You don't got to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be fun. Atlantis Jr., Soberano Jr. against Mascara Dorada and Rocky Romero. I hope we get some really cool matching gear. I think we will from Atlantis Jr. and Soberano Jr.
Yeah.
They just seem like the type of guys, dude.
It sounds like it's going to be it. Honestly, if since that match is probably going to happen, it honestly could be the best match on Homenaje de Leyendas.
Oh yeah,
honestly, yeah.
On a stacked card already. Whew.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know what I'm gonna do that day, bro. I'm gonna order like pizza or something, and I'm just gonna like get my favorite everything, dude. And I'm just gonna sit and watch the whole show. It's gonna be a good day. It's a good month coming up.
Yeah, we're gonna order a bunch of tortas.
Bro, that'd be crazy. That might be the move. That might be the meta.
Yeah, it might be. It might be.
That might be like the only way to enjoy Homenaje. Like,
yeah.
The closer we get to it, I'm just like, do you think we're gonna see? Well, no, I don't think we see more of a build on AEW, since I'm not sure that. I mean, when Místico had his like segment after that match with Angelico, he talked about BCC coming, but I'm not sure if he mentioned by name Homenaje de Leyendas. So who knows?
Well, we'll see.
It'll be exciting. It'll be exciting regardless. From bottom to top, we've already talked through the card. We don't have to do it again, but just know that bottom to top, all those matches look pretty damn good.
Yeah. No skips.
No skips. No filler, bro. Hoopers.
Unless you don't want to watch Tessa and Flip, which I can totally understand that.
Flip is good. Flip. What's Flip on there for?
I thought you meant Homenaje. You're talking about Homenaje de Leyendas?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about this upcoming Friday show.
Oh, this one. I don't know how this is. It looks good though. Yeah. No, it looks good. But I would put more stock into saying Homenaje de Leyendas gets all the way through.
Yeah, I mean, it looks great top to bottom. So
All right.
We'll
We got
see how that
anything
goes.
else? We got anything else for before we wrap this
We
up?
have the Tuesday. We have the Tuesday show.
Oh, we can preview that really quick.
Yeah, we can preview the Tuesday show. So this upcoming Tuesday show, which might have already happened by the time this goes up, I'm not sure. The opening match we see the Micros Gemelos Diablo versus Mihei and Microdito. Then in the second match we have a Legendario and Shelwa teaming up, and they're facing off against Felino Jr. and Okumura.
Easy
And
win.
then following that, yeah.
Wait, let me say something really quick. Felino Jr. posted a picture on his Instagram like this past week. Like at the beach, bro was looking yoked. Bro was looking like really yoked.
Good.
I was like,
Maybe.
why don't you wear the same gear like your dad wears instead of wearing like the full bodysuit your dad used to wear? You know, because like he looked like he was kind of like he looked like he was built, bro. I was like,
he's saving the people.
Mhm.
They're not ready for that.
Yeah.
I hope he gets more offense in than the last time. I
Yeah.
remember the last time that fool didn't get nothing. Valente Jr. was eating his lunch, bro.
You're right.
But I was gonna say, go ahead, tell us the third match on Tuesday.
The surprisingly third match is a minis match. We have Acero and Angelito. Well, it actually makes sense because this is the go home week for Homenaje a dos Leyendas. We have Acero and Angelito teaming up to face off against Pierrotito and Pequeño Olímpico.
Basically a preview, like a tag.
Yeah. Yeah, preview of the Lucha de Apuestas for Homenaje a dos Leyendas.
Okay, one of the last times we'll see Acero with a mask on.
Yeah.
Then, we got some. I see we have some hoopers after that, right? Futuro and Neon.
Yeah, we have Futuro and Neon teaming with Max Star to face Los Depredadores, Magia Blanca, Rugido, and Magnus. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Isn't Max Star a Depredador? Max Star is a part of Los Depredadores, right?
Oh.
Maybe it's inner squad like scrimmage.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Wait a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting to see.
Okay. Technical versus technical,
so,
maybe just like
yeah,
scrimmage.
Maybe. Yeah. But yeah, that's interesting. It's interesting to know. Following that, we have the semi-main event: Atlantis, Blue Panther, and Valiente versus Los Bárbaros, Bárbaro Cavernario, Dragón Rojo Jr., and Terrible.
Valiente, that's
then
my
in the
goal.
main event, we nice. In the main event, we have Místico, Máscara Dorada, and Titán going up against the newly formed trio of Rocky Romero, Soberano Jr., and Templario, which was formed on the final night of, or it was like the final night or the second to final night of Fantastica Mania. I think it was the final night of Fantastica Mania.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You think we get matching gear?
I hope so. That'd be awesome.
It'd be sick. Yeah, it'd be sick.
Do you think? Okay, wait a minute. A thought just came to me. Or am I tripping? Am I tripping when I say this? If Fantastica Mania, did Soberano Jr. have a fusion mask with Black Tiger?
Yes.
Do you think that Soberano Jr.'s Instagram post where he was talking about people copying him, was he talking about Mascara Dorada from last night also having the Black Tiger mask?
Was it? I can't remember if it was Fantastica Mania or if it was Battle in the Valley, but he did have a Black Tiger fusion mask.
Do you think he was calling out Mascara Dorada?
It'd be funny if he did. If he did, that'd be pretty funny.
Beast, bro. Those two things just connected in my head because I was like, wait a minute.
But yeah, I think he did wear one during Fantastica Mania. I think it was like night 1 or night 2.
Because last night, he posted like an Instagram post that was like, people copying me within my own company, and I was just like, you're a beast, bro. That's a real. They
don't make them like that anymore.
They don't. That's a real worker.
Yeah,
so, but I don't. You're listening. Come on the pod. I'd love to have you. God, should be good though. Should be a good Tuesday.
Looks like an interesting Tuesday card.
Yeah.
I like Los Barbaros showing up like all the time.
All the
Yeah,
time, man. God, it's awesome.
It really does make them feel
nice.
like the top trio, you know?
Yeah, the top heel trio in the promotion currently.
Yeah.
They're the guys, bro.
They are the guys. And moving away sort of from like, you know, too much, you know, just basing on a CML, you know, we do have a match that was announced for Mania weekend. Um, unfortunately, you know, with the whole visa situation that was going on, with a lot of the AEW, I mean, not the AEW, a lot of the CML wrestlers that were going to AEW, like Hechicero, Mascara Dorada, Volador Jr., you know, how the whole visa situation sort of is preventing them from being able to go to the United States. Some of them were already announced for WrestleCon. Um, but now they announced a match for WrestleCon. I'm assuming Hechicero, Volador Jr., and Mascara Dorada were planned to be in this match, but due to the visa situation, they can't be a part of it. But on April 4th, the match that they were supposed to be in looks like it was going to be a Team CML versus Team Dragon Gate match. And replacing Volador Jr., Mascara Dorada, and Hechicero, you know, since they were probably going to be in this match, we have Team CML, Místico, Star Jr., Averno, Villano Tercero Jr., and Barbaro Cavernario versus Dragon Gates, Kota Minura, Ben K, Shun Skywalker, Yamato, and Dragon Kid. A 10-man tag.
I only know Dragon Kid and Shun Skywalker.
Yeah, same.
But they're beasts. They look like beasts. The other guys look like beasts too, just based on their pictures. That guy has a rose in his mouth, and the other guy has on like 60 chains. So I already know he's an animal.
Yeah, they're sick.
He's got all sunglasses, bro.
Yeah, Ben K's all of them.
Do they stream this anywhere? Or is this just live?
I
It
think
says it'll be on Spots TV.
Ah, yeah,
So
yeah.
if you want to
right
pay like $15 a month to watch it,
I have to
you can
pay
do it
up.
there.
I have to pay up, dude.
Yeah, there might be more events during Mania weekend that are streamed there, so we might have to pay up there.
Star Jr. getting hella US bookings right now, man.
Yeah, he's looked good in the States.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out Star Jr. I'm glad to see that. Yeah, I'm glad to see Barbaro Cavernario and Averno, you know, getting this booking.
I'm really glad to see Villano Tercero Jr., bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
He deserves more bookings, man. And
Real beast.
the fact that he's gonna get some spotlight, you know, Mania, you know, during that Mania weekend, or you know, those like few span days where there's gonna be a bunch of, you know, promotions from different countries and continents, you know, coming over to the US for, you know, shows. It's nice to see that he's gonna be, you know, a part of one of those shows.
Yeah. Floke, since you're a Dragon Gate guy, which one of these guys will be the one taking La Mystica and tapping out?
Probably either Kota Minura or Ben K.
Okay, we'll put the money on it.
Maybe Dragon Kid, depending on you know, maybe respect, you know, from Dragon Kid to Místico. You know, maybe they have a mutual respect, and he'll be like, "I'll let you tap me out, make me tap out to that Mística."
I'll take it, brother, but you gotta pay me back later.
But yeah, the match looks good. I'm excited to see how the match goes whenever it does eventually happen.
It's awesome stuff. We got anything
Awesome
else?
stuff, yeah.
Anything else we want to?
Yes.
What we got on the agenda?
Let's talk about the you know, some unfortunate injuries that have happened. Specifically, you know, Damian 666 and Psicosis / Nicho and Millonario.
I think it's a really good thing to talk about, especially for people who have not yet seen the GoFundMe. But Damian 666 recently, in the last week, suffered a heart attack. And he had to have emergency surgery for that. Happy to say he is okay. He's recovering. I think I saw a video interview with him already, so he is
nice,
doing good, but he does need help. Obviously, that sort of procedure, that sort of medical cost, that's not something you ever plan ahead. for. So there's been a GoFundMe set up. There's been some good progress on it. I think we were talking about it, like 10,000 has already been raised, but
yeah,
the goal is for 20,000. If you are listening, you have not donated, and you can. Again, we're not saying donate or else, but if you have the means and you have the kindness in your heart, absolutely give to Damian, a legend of Lucha Libre. I mean, looking at his career, he's been everywhere. He's done everything. He's just one of those guys that, I mean, you really just recognize as, and from everything that I've heard online, and everyone who's talked about him, he's one of the guys that's like, just like a cornerstone. It feels, he's been around so long and been so helpful and beneficial to so many people. And then Psicosis, exact same boat. One of the most iconic luchadores of the 90s, right? Like, anyone who watched WCW, anyone who watched AAA, if you watched WWE for a few months in 2005 as well, you saw him there. But Psicosis, Nicho el Millonario, cornerstone, one of the pioneers of the modern lucha scene for sure. He recently discovered, he didn't even know that he broke his hip after he thought it was just a small injury. He got convinced to go to the hospital. The broken hip. They had the emergency surgery for him as well. And now he's recovering as well, I believe. But just like Damian, those sorts of injuries, you never expect them. So if you can, again, if you have the means and the motivation, which is what I'm trying to give you right now, go ahead and donate. If you need the link to the GoFundMe, both of them shared by these people. These are not like secondary GoFundMe set up for them. This is their GoFundMe. The money will go directly to them. I will put the link in the description of this podcast if I can, but if not, it will be on my Twitter. You can find it on there as well. You can find it on my Instagram. They're not going to be difficult to find. And again, this is just me saying, really from all of us, I would say, these are guys that mean a lot to Lucha Libre. They've left their mark on the history and the industry. And if you could help them out, it would absolutely mean a lot.
Absolutely.
I feel like I just gave a whole little, that was just off the cuff.
Yeah, they deserve it. So if you can go help, and then you sort of wait, even like just sharing the GoFundMe links would be greatly appreciated to help these two legends.
Absolutely.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
I wish we could offer something, Part of me wishes like we could do something to like help, but we're just free podcast guys, so this is we're doing what we can with this, sharing it, and I've donated to both as well. Just do what you can. No one is expected to take on all the burden. We're all in this together, and what better way to show that than helping out some legends in need?
Yeah.
Right. With that being said, do we have anything else before we wrap this thing up?
I only want to give sort of a quick shout out to the Lucha promotion AML. They're in La Comarca Lagunera. That's where, people like La Fashion, Dulce Gardenia's current tag partner, that's where he wrestles. Sonic, the 16-year-old Lucha prodigy, he wrestles there as well. And also soon, I'm not sure when this is going up, but by the time this goes up, the match between Shunga Shunga Jr. and Fantastico should be up on YouTube if you want to go check that out. It should be good because it's a title match, and I'm stoked to see how it goes.
For anybody listening, Bloke is locked in on Shunga Shunga Jr.
Absolutely, yeah. He's put his money in early on.
Yeah, I'm locked in on both Sonic and Shunga Shunga Jr.
He's a real fan. Like, there's no there's no posturing here. Like, Floke is locked in on these guys, so he's absolutely the guy to listen to for things like this. So, big vouch.
They're gonna trust him.
Yes, these are gonna be two guys to look out for in the upcoming years. So, That's why I want to get you on a head start.
Yeah.
Get us on the
If you
wave.
remember, he called it with Xiaohua, and he's calling it again.
He has his ear to the ground on like promising luchadores coming up, especially like outside of CMLL as well.
Yeah,
The head scout.
He's got his eye on the scene, and that's why we got him on the pod. He's the man, dude. Floke, he's just he covers his eyes cover. Yeah, his eyes cover where we're not looking. So.
Except for IWRG.
Oh yeah. Which,
yeah,
by
you
the way,
gave up on that pretty quick.
I get it. No, I get it because this is just, I guess, a little end of podcast thing. I tried to watch IWRG the other day. I think it was, I don't remember what day it was. It was after some show. When does IWRG usually run?
Thursdays. Well, I think they've been running like Thursdays and Sundays. They might be running Tuesdays now because of the tryout, but I'm not sure.
I think after the CMLL show, I saw IWRG was live, and I clicked on it. I wasn't really watching it, like, so I can't tell you who was on, but I can't tell you what was happening. It was the tryout matches, and I was half paying attention because I just got done watching the whole CMLL card, and I think I was editing a video or something, but I was half paying attention, so I knew what was going on. And they were doing tryout matches, and like the judges were up there. Is Hip Hop Man? Hip Hop Man is IWRG, right?
Yeah, he's like independent, but I think he mainly does IWRG.
He was one of the judges, and I think Black Terry was still with IWRG.
Yeah, Black Terry was still IWRG.
He was one of the judges, bro. They were cooking some guys, bro. They were like, like some of these guys. They were like, you weren't really like connecting with the crowd at all. So like, I don't know what the scale was. I wasn't paying enough attention to hear what the scale was. But I think they gave one guy like a 3, and I was like, "Oh man, no, I hope that's out of 5 and not a 10."
I'm pretty sure it was out of 10.
Oh, that sucked for them though. I think one of the pigs was there.
Oh god,
I don't know. I'm not locked in on IWR.
Okay, yeah, I was about to be like a pig. Oh, I think one of the pigs was one of the judges, or he was one of the coaches. Which I'm not sure why you would have. Someone like Pig Destroyer teaching Lucha Libre, but IWRG is doing IWRG things.
I will say this though, I think that I'm gonna say this, you're gonna think I'm tripping. I think it would be fun to go to at least one IWRG match if I'm ever like in the area, bro. Like if I ever go to Nakalpan, like La Arena Nakalpan, bro, I'm going to an IWRG show. To say I was there. Just to say I was there.
I want to watch like a demolition derby or something.
Oh god,
train wreck.
Yeah,
Dude,
if they would book something like Hellboy versus Hijo de Canis Lupus, then I would maybe be convinced to go. But otherwise, you couldn't pay me to go to an IWRG show.
I have to go, dude, for the culture, dude. Look, I've said it before. One of my personal objectives in life, dude, is I want to do a tour of like all the big like lucha libre like venues. So like obviously I want to do the CMLL ones, but like I would want to do Naucalpan as well, and maybe like
Naucalpan, Arena Azteca, La Comarca Lagunera. That's where AML runs their shows.
The what is that one? The God, Olímpico. Yeah. The Laguna.
Yeah, Arena Olímpico Laguna. Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
I would love to go to a show there. Like, I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, I think that would be one. I think that would be one of the places I would go to, and also Arena Coliseo Tony Arellano. That one also looks sick. Yeah, and before we end the episode, we just want to take a moment, a moment of silence for a Rey Destroyer that he sadly passed away recently. So we want to say that we send all our condolences to his family and his friends, and we're sorry that a very young luchador passed away, but we're hoping he's up there and that he's hopefully in a better place.
Absolutely. one of the tragedies of the week, and I don't know, man. That's really hard to hear. It's hard to hear when anybody passes. He was like,
especially that young, like
yeah,
whole career, whole life in front of him.
We won't get too much into the details of it, but like you said, we do offer our condolences. With that being said, I believe we have reached the end of this episode. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or just anything you want to tell us, corrections even, send us an email, theclublucha@gmail.com. That is theclublucha@gmail.com. That's it for us today. Flo, Soups, anything you want to say?
See you next time, and continue watching Lucha Libre.
Damn, that's a good one. Yeah, no, just enjoy Lucha. It's still everywhere, so you have no excuses to watch it. I don't know why you'd be listening if you're not watching, but if you are, please just continue watching it, continue enjoying it, and we'll catch you. I don't know, 2 weeks from now,
possibly. And keep listening. We appreciate it very much. Till next time, we'll see you.